Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Chris with the C. Hope you're all doing well. Thank you very much for joining me today. Guys, recently I've got talking to one of my subscribers, a really nice guy by the name of Johnny, and Johnny and me kind of share the same sort of theory. Now, as you noticed, I did put a video up recently about how RCs can kind of be a positive effect on your mental health, and how you can kind of enjoy the hobby for what it is, standing out in the field and just really kind of chilling out your mind before you take maybe some troubles or stress back home, or you know, it's very therapeutic, this, for me and many others. That's the one thing I've taken out of that video. And anyway, Johnny got talk. Me and Johnny's been talking for a while. Very nice guy, very positive, really easy to speak to, and he kind of been sharing the same sort of theory as me, and you know, using the hobby for the best way to kind of escape just the day-to-day life, the drains, the stresses, the worries. Now, you know, we're not talking about families, this, that, the other. We're just generally, you know, mindfulness. Mindfulness is a massive thing. And hell of a guy, actually, and I'm full of emotions. I mean, last night I cried like a little girl, I'll be straight with you. I've been going through hell of a scenario recently with the family, and things going on, work, stress, constantly just barrage of things going on. Mum and dad not being well, and loads of different things. And not to drag this, you know, down, because there's loads of positives happening as well. So he's just been a positive influence, really nice. And when we got talking, I mean, Johnny, if you're watching this, honestly, thank you. He said, look, I want to send my, I tell you what, give me your address and I'm going to send you a little present. I said, look, you don't have to do that. You really don't have to do that. He said, no, it's something I want to do. Very firm on the answer. He kind of just wanted to support me, support the channel, and just an amazing sort of thing to do. I said, okay, no worries. Well, yesterday I was in work, came home from work, and I've got something that I'm in the middle of at the moment, and I'm trying to, you will see on the channel, it's amazing, absolutely amazing. Came home to this parcel. Now, a bit of a backstory about this. As you can see, that's kind of giving you a clue. He's actually sent me the OG version of the Tekno MT410, and when I listened to his message, I was like a blubbering little girl. Well, just an amazing thing to do. He purchased this car himself. He ran it twice. He purchased it from Lee from Custom RC Upgrades. It's littered. And look, I've looked in there because I needed to know. And I want to show you basically what he's gone ahead and done for me, the channel, you know, further content and so on and so forth. Is, you know, just a beautiful thing. And you know, it's not a case of getting stuff for free. It was just the thought of that someone out there kind of is, I hope that my videos kind of have a positive influence for many people. And I hope that, you know, I can kind of share my experience through the hobby, and just so you guys at home can kind of take what you need from the videos. And the whole point of it was sharing my experiences. Whether it be upgrading, whether it be running cars, whether it be going out with friends, some of the areas we bash in, the people we meet, the maintenance, you know, it all comes into play. And there's a massive community in this hobby. And it was nice to know that that had reflected and resonated with someone. And yeah, what you see by here, guys, it is the sustenance of that person's resonation, I suppose. And I want to show you. I want to show you because it's a beautiful thing. I'm still kind of working through my words here because it's still choked up. I mean, we're talking 24 hours on. And yeah, just an amazing thing to do. Thanks, John. Guys, without further ado, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to change the camera view and we'll have a look what's inside. How's that? Amazing. See you in a second. Right guys, so what you're looking at on the table is the contents of the box that Johnny sent over to me, and guys, blown away. Blown away. This truck, obviously, I've already had a look at it, and it's an amazing piece of work, number one. Number two, the fact that he sent it over and wanted me to have this was just unbelievable. As you can see, it's got this Proline Raptor body. All right, really, really beautiful looking. Came with two bodies, look. All right, so we've actually got a basher body, an indestructible body there. That's going to be perfect for sending over jumps. So now I've got an option, obviously, to run this on the truck, especially when I'm jumping, you know, when I do decide to jump. And also, you can swap the body over to this Proline body then. So as you can see, fits on the car, beautiful. Really, we've got a nice paint scheme going on. The car looks really tough, really tough. As you can see, Ford. The car, guys, is littered with upgrades. Let's put the basher body back on, and I'll give you a look at that. So this is going to save my skin many a time. As you can see, custom RC upgrades on the front. Now, as I say, this car was Lee from Custom RC Upgrades car. So as you can imagine, Lee being Lee probably threw a hell of a lot of money into this vehicle. And I know Johnny would have done obviously the same to, but yeah, just spot on. I like the way they've actually drilled out the sides to get air into the ESC as well. The car, guys, is absolutely just littered with upgrades. Let's just quickly go over, shall we? So, I don't think there's a great deal of stock car left, to be quite frank with you. But it is running a Castle motor. I think, I can't actually see because it's hidden down the side there, but I think that's possibly a 2200. A Racing double 30mm fan heatsink. We've got a huge Mod 1 pinion on there. Upgraded centre diff case, metal. Max 8, original Max 8 ESC. The servo I will need to replace, okay? That's because Johnny did say that that's actually blown. So what I'm going to do is obviously take that out of the car, and then fingers crossed I can get it a new one in there. I think I'll probably I've got a really nice Spectrum one to go in there, so I might put that in. M2C servo horn. We have got, I believe it's M2C battery tray with a carbon fibre brace, and obviously the anodized nuts to go on top. Running an IC5. M2C chassis brace running right the way through the centre of the vehicle there. All right, M2C brace on the rear. Custom RC upgrade wheel nuts, all right, and hexes. I think these are M2C shock caps running on the standard Tekno shocks. It looks like either that is phase 1 or T-bone or something like that. I'm not sure. We'll have to check, but that's possibly phase 1 or front bumper, and obviously you've got the rear wheelie bar / bumper. We've also got, I don't know if Lee put this in production, I'll have to check, but this is definitely one of his chassis. Again, I'm not sure if this is titanium or if it's aluminium, a 7075. I think, judging on the colour, it might possibly be 7075, but still, tough. As you can see, now this car, guys, is based on the ET48 platform, but obviously with a shorter chassis. I think this chassis here is a lot like the M2C wide body chassis. The diffs, Johnny did say I have to check them. I have felt them, mind, I'll be honest with you, they feel lovely. So does the centre diff. The rear shocks do need a little bit of work. I noticed there was some shock oil leaking on the side, but that's easy to sort out. So done a bit of research and I've worked out what shock oils to use. This car, littered, absolutely littered with upgrades, and I'm just humbled. Thank you very much, John, if you're watching this. You also sent, guys, took notice that obviously I run my Notorious, so he sent over some Arrma custom RC upgrade skid plates as well, as you can see. He's obviously bagged them and put in what they were, but he's got those. He's also sent over a bag of spares for the MT410, including a spare battery brace, some bumpers. I think there's some diff parts in there as well. Spare diff cases, yeah, there they are. And some Sour Patch Kids sweets, which are going to be nice, really, really nice as I'm working on the car. But yeah, hell of a thing this guy has gone through to send me this. Didn't ask for anything, didn't ask me to do a video, just wanted to send the car. I've done the video just to show my respect, really, for the guy on sending it to me. Guys, I will be running this a lot. I'm not going to lie. I wanted this car for a long, long time. It's widely regarded as the best 1/8 scale basher. Prove me wrong. Loads of people, you know, you've only got to look on many forums, Facebook pages, videos. These are pretty damn tough trucks, and especially with all the hard work that's gone into the chassis as well. Now, the good thing is because I've got the 2.0, I'm quite familiar with how the diffs work now. I'm familiar with the layout, even though it's slightly different to obviously the 2.0. 2.0 shorter, and obviously, you know, you can't fit as much in there, but this, what a beast, what a beast. You've got, it looks to be 7075 Ackerman on there, on the steering assembly. So that's really, really nice. 7075 hinge pin holders, front and rear. I mean, this thing's tanky. This is proper tanky. All the bearings seem nicely maintained. Again, shows that someone's actually put a lot of time and effort into maintaining this vehicle. So yeah, I mean, captured screws. It's a lovely, lovely bit of kit, this. I'm very excited. I've got plans for my Notorious as well. I will reveal those further down the line. But honestly, when I looked at it and then listened to John's message, oh, guys, I'm so emotional. I wish I could have recorded it. I should have recorded it, because just pure emotions. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not making it up, I swear, on whoever's life. I was just a complete mess. Just shocked me. Thank you, buddy. I mean, the thing is with a video like this is this isn't even a sponsored video. This is literally a subscriber taking note and wanting to make something good. And it's beautiful, really, when you think about it. I mean, you know, let's not go too deep into stuff, but it's a wonderful, wonderful thing. And as he said, I'll carry on being Chris and he'll carry on being Johnny. And Johnny, you do that, bud. What an amazing thing. I'm not sure which wheels I'm going to use on the car yet. The diffs feel fine, so I'm probably going to run them as they are for now. Shocks, I'm definitely going to do some reworking on them. They are emulsion style shocks, so they're going to be pretty easy to get any sort of bubbles and stuff out of. I did, as I mentioned, notice some leaking on the rear shock, so I want to do a bit of inspection. There might possibly be like M2C pistons in here, so I need to speak to Lee from Custom RC Upgrades as well. Guys, what an amazing thing. Honestly, John, if you're watching this video, mate, I'm very humbled. I'm very fortunate to have someone like you kind of on my side. So, us versus the world. And guys, this is what the hobby is all about. It is about mindfulness for me. And yeah, just beautiful. I could go on about this. Honestly, yesterday I was completely out of words. Today I can't say enough. Right, okay guys, so a couple of days has gone past. Received the car from Johnny on Wednesday and decided to start tucking in and doing a few things. So I thought I'd update this video, put a little section in between it before we ended the video, just to talk about what's been done and just some of the things that I've done to it and noticed. I have actually picked up a few little parts for it, and some of them I've sorted out. There was a few, I wouldn't say issues, but they were more sort of, I needed to service the vehicle and just pay some attention to a few parts on the car, which was, you know, always going to be the way. Like Johnny said, he only ran it twice himself. So bearing in mind, it wouldn't be like sort of Johnny that did any servicing. It was Lee who had the car previously. All I've done really is cleaned up the two bodies there. All right, as you can see. Nothing major on that behalf. They're going to stay the same. Now, as far as the car goes, I've actually done a fair bit of work to this, and let me just talk you through it. I think that's probably the best bet. I'll take a sip of my coffee first. Lovely. So when I got the car, I noticed there was a lot of oil leaking out the back of the shocks here. So obviously they needed attention straight away. Now, I thought, right, if I'm going to go do the shocks, I'm obviously going to do the front at the same time. Now, if you can notice there, guys, I don't know if the camera's picking that up. One load of preload on the one side is actually more than the other. Now, it turns out that the car had 3 rear springs on it. Okay, so what I've done now, I've contacted RC. I've put an order in for a set of front springs. So I've gone with the same springs that actually come with the car, which is a green colour. So just kind of get to know the vehicle. It is a little bit heavier than stock, this, obviously. So I wanted to kind of work out where the car was, and if it is heavier than the stock car, the best way to go with this. So they do have a tuning option. You can get orange springs for the front and the rear. So that might be an option further down the line. I've actually gone with, all right, so out of the box, the stock fluids were 700 front, 700 rear. I didn't have 700 here, so for the moment I've gone with Corrali's 600 CST. I'm not sure what that transfers to in weight, but you know, there will be weight conversion charts out there. It was mainly tidying up a few bits that I've done. So the whole car's had a complete clean up and service. The centre diff didn't contain any diff oils at all. So I've actually gone with, I think it's 200,000 in the centre, or was it 250? It might be 250. I've gone with 250 in the centre. I've remeshed the gears because I noticed the gears were just a touch tight for me. I like them on the slightly looser side, so you can hear that rock. So I've made an adjustment there. It's now running a Radiolink RC6FMG, I think, or RCF6MG receiver. So go along with my Radiolink handset. Serviced the bearings, made sure they were all okay, you know, took them out the hubs, just checked them all over, a little bit of bearing oil on them all just to make sure they're all okay. Diffs feel lovely now. Gone with stock weights front and rear. I tidied up a lot of the wiring and stuff. So basically there's a little channel that passes down the side of the car here, and all your wiring comes through this channel straight to the receiver box. As you noticed, I have actually changed over to one of my 40mm fans. Now, the reason being is there was a year racing heatsink on there. And to be honest with you, the way it was sat over the can, over this Castle motor, it didn't really kind of pass any air over it. And it was only and when I measured it, I think it was a 25mm, it might be 30 actually. Fan on the motor. So I've gone with a 40. I use these and they're really, really good, especially at 7.4 BEC voltage. Checked over the connections, IC5, everything's working fine there. Coming back to the BEC voltage, so I went into the Hobbywing ESC then, and just to check through all the settings. It was a weird one actually, to be honest with you. So the punch was set to maximum, the brakes were set to maximum, the BEC voltage was on 6 rather than 7.4. As you know, 7.4 is what I kind of run all my cars at, especially if they can take it, because that improves your steering. It also improves any fans that are connected. Just everything seems to work a lot snappier, and the fans will definitely cool the motor down. I've stuck with, now looking at it, at the bag of spares, there is an upgraded spur in here, okay? It's an upgraded spur and quite a large pinion. I am only going to be running this on 4S, that's the plan. So I'm hoping that that spur and the pinion will actually be perfect for a 4S car. Cleaned up all around all the braces, everything was done there. I have acted, and I will show you in a video coming up, I'm doing a video for Octa's bumpers and parts and more. He sent over some parts for the 2.0 car, and I decided to use the top plate there, as you can see, on this build in particular, just to kind of finish it off, because that was still in composite, so I removed that and added that in. I did do a lot of work on the steering. The steering wasn't very smooth at all, so what I've done is I've shimmed the bell crank assembly, and I've actually gone ahead and used, I've got a Spectrum S665 in there. Again, as you know, these are actually really, really good servos. A lot of people don't rate them because they're a stock servo. Honestly, guys, if you've got your paws on one of these, they're actually really good. Despite the specs, I believe this Spectrum servo is probably a true, however many kilograms that is, but it's snappy, it's fast. Cleaned all the car up, did all around the shocks, did around the hubs, cleaned all the arms off, the diff cases, just went through with a fine tooth comb. Checked all the screws underneath. It turned out that the servo assembly, these two screws here, so obviously if you go underneath the car there, they were actually missing. So when the steering was actually moving, the whole assembly underneath was actually moving with it, and that was creating a lot of slop in the steering there. Plus also, that could possibly be the reason why Johnny actually damaged his servo. Maybe he didn't realise, you know, obviously that was loose. Overall, guys, very, very happy with this. I'm waiting on a set of Red Cat Kaiju wheels for this. The original ones, they've got the really nice lug on them. So I'm going to be using these on them. So that should be amazing. But still blown away that I've actually got my hands on one of these, and I can only thank John. So I've spoken to him a few times since obviously picking the car up, and still can't wrap my head around it. Oh, there was one other thing. It's weird actually, because this rear hex here and this front one there, the pins are missing. So I've gone through, checked them all, Loctited everything down. It turns out they're the same size hex pins as my Hobbywing SSTE. So that's all done. Checked through all the bearings on the car. Yeah, it's all done now. So the next step, guys, is actually getting out. Now the Welsh weather at the moment is horrendous. I'm not going to take this out. I think I probably will do my first run of this up in Garth just to get a feel for the car. And then we'll probably take it to Old Dusty, or maybe up to Cambrian, or maybe even Penalta, where the boys run from Panside. This, I've got no doubts, is going to be tough enough to kind of cope with the areas I run in. And especially with the chassis and all the improvements, yeah, it's going to be pretty godlike. I'll bounce back now, all right, just to the end of the video that I pre-recorded. I needed to kind of give you this kind of update, just to show you what I've done. And guys, it's beautiful. I'll do some videos of it now, so you can have a good look through the car. And yeah, awesome. I'll see you in a second. Want to say a massive thank you to each and every one of you obviously watching all the videos, guys. Let me adjust this camera. Come on, let's just adjust it. There you go. There we are. Right there. I want to say a massive thank you to each and everyone who obviously watching all the videos. All the likes, shares and subscribes that go on the channel. Absolutely amazing. We're on the precipice of hitting 3,500 subs. The channel is running beautifully. You guys in the comments are amazing. I want to keep continuing to producing the best videos I can for you. I am constantly investing in new equipment, new ways of making the videos better, and I'm hoping that they'll reflect in any videos that I send out to you. If you want to see certain content, let me know in the comments. Honestly, guys, massive thank you. Till next time, guys, please check the box for more videos, and if you haven't considered subscribing, please do it. It costs me you nothing and means the world to myself. Oh, by the way, one other thing, new microphone there, guys. I'm wondering what the sound is like. Let me know in the comments down below. Till next time, guys, massive thank you to Johnny, massive thank you to all you guys. Stay awesome. I'll catch you later.